Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way.
Well, ain't he just nice? Yeah. Already going to come over here and start stuff. Well, I know who his mama is. Oh, he don't bother me now. Don't bother me whatsoever. As a matter of fact, let me do this right quick. Yeah. He'll get over it. So let's see who we got today. How is everybody? Mama P.I. Yeah, thank you for hitting that like button. Even the ones that's here in the back watching Daddy Rapper. Even those. Come on in and hit the like for me at least. Because I know y'all hid in there. So their channel's not bullies over there, though. Yet they come over here. How many times have we been over there? I ain't been over there the first one, and I'm not mentioning no name. I could be talking about a totally different channel than what anybody's thinking of. So we'll just go on from there. We'll go on from there. Daddy Rapper's still in here, but he can't talk. Oh well. Have a good time enjoying Daddy Rapper. It's going to be a good show. Yeah, go ahead, Mama P.I. Sure can. Let me do this right quick, okay, before you say anything, because I do have to do this before we get started. Let me do the pledge, and then you can, Mama P.I.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you can go ahead, Mama P.I. Hello, Sunshine. How are you? Doing great. It's nice to see you. Oh, and again, Mama P.I., happy birthday. Since I know today is actually your birthday. Let's turn the camera around a little bit. There we go. You still here, Mama P.I.? Yes, please hit the like button as you come in. I don't think it has to do with that part, but he's from, and I'm not going to mention no names. He's from over there, though. I'll just say it like that, Mama P.I. He's from over there. But yeah, y'all wish Mama P.I. a happy birthday. Today is actually her birthday. But I did tell her last night, but today is actually her birthday. And she's I'll let her tell her age. You're not going to get me to say it, nobody's age. I'll say mine. Thank you, Mama P.I. You ain't no 54. There's no way.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Google said something when I said you ain't no 54. But happy birthday. Now, I didn't know this, but I told everybody on Becca's Live last night what my story was about today. And Mama P.I. said this story is from close to her area. You're 69? I was born 68. Oh, you just turned 54. Okay. I'm getting ready to turn 55. I'm getting ready to hit 55 in November. The twins, Tyler and Trendy's getting ready to hit. Oh, they'll be teenagers in November. All right. Has anybody ever heard the story of Johnny? And I hope I'm pronouncing this name right. Johnny Gosch. He was the first. He was one of the first kids to ever be put on the milk cartons back in the day. When they put the missing children on milk cartons back in the day, if there's people in here old enough to remember that, which I know Mama P.I. does because she was from around there. The criminal men said, okay, the old one has arrived. But his name was John David Gosch, and I think his parents called him Johnny. He was born November 12th, 1969. Well, let me bring it up so y'all can see it. That'd be a whole lot better, wouldn't it? We'll do it like that. And I'm not going to be on long because it's it's not a short story, but it's short. Because if there's anybody that would like to go over there, yeah, I'm telling you, would like to go over there and watch Turtle Island. I don't do long stories on Sundays anyway. I like that idea, Criminal Med. I wish they'd have kept it up. I really do. This is a picture of him. Image of missing person, Johnny Gosch. All right. John David Gosch, born November 12th, 1969. So he'd be right around our age, ain't he? No, Mama P.I. was born in 69 also. Ain't that what you said, Mama P.I.? Okay. Yes, she was born. Her husband was born in 67. I was born in 68, and you and Mama P.I. in 69. All right. He was born November 12th, 1969, and he disappeared September 5th, 1982. He was a paper boy in West Des Moines, Iowa, who disappeared between 6 and 7 a.m. on September 5th, 1982. He is presumed to have been kidnapped. As of 2023, there have been no arrests made, and the case is now considered cold, but remains open. His mother, Noreen Gosch, said that Johnny escaped from his captors and visited her with an unidentified man in 1997. She said that her son told her that he had been the victim of a pedophile organization and had been cast aside when he was too old, but subsequently feared for his life and lived under an assumed identity, feeling it was not safe to return home. Gosch's father, John, divorced from Noreen since 1993, has publicly stated that he is not sure whether or not such a visit actually occurred. Many have also speculated that the visit did occur, but it was someone else pretending to be Johnny. Authorities have not located Gosch or confirmed Noreen Gosch's account, and his fate continues to be the subject of speculation. So he would be right around our age, wouldn't he? Conspiracy theories and dispute. The case received renewed publicity. Hey, undercover mermaid. In 2006, when his mother said she found photographs on her doorstep depicting Gosch in captivity. Some of the photos received were said to be children from a case in Florida, but one boy in the photos was never identified. Noreen insists that the boy is Johnny. Gosch's picture was among the first to be featured on milk cartons as a part of the campaign to find missing children. And Mama P.I. believes that his dad had something to do with it, in her opinion. And I do a little bit. I got to read more into his dad. I just read the main story here. And I got to read a little more into his dad to throw that out. But right now, I mean, he should be able to come out now, but I guarantee his captives ain't alive. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying, the disappearance. On Sunday, September 5th, 1982, in the suburb of West Des Moines, Iowa, Johnny Gosch left home before dawn to begin his paper route. Although it was customary for Johnny to awaken his father, that's the first thing that bothered me. To help with the route, the boy took only the family's miniature dachshund. It said he was customary for his dad to for Johnny to awaken his father to help him with the route. But the boy only took the family's miniature dachshund, Gretchen, which is the dog's name, with him that morning. Other paper carriers for the Des Moines Registry would later report having seen Gosch at the paper drop, picking up his newspapers. It was the last sighting of Gosch that can be corroborated by multiple witnesses. Another paper boy named Mike reported that he observed Gosch talking to a stocky man in a blue two-tone car near the paper drop. Another witness, John Rossi, saw the man in the blue car talking to Gosch and thought something was strange. See, nobody did anything. Back then, you didn't think of nothing like that. He thought it was strange, but he didn't do nothing about it, didn't. Said Gosch told Rossi that the man was asking for directions and asked Rossi to help. Rossi looked at the license plate but could not recall the plate number. He said, I keep hoping I'll wake up in the middle of the night and see that number on the license plate as distinctly as night and day. But that hasn't happened. Rossi underwent hypnosis. Where'd he go? Rossi underwent hypnosis and told police some of the numbers and that the plate was from Warren County, Iowa. According to a private investigator hired by the Gosches, as Johnny walked a block north where his route started, a paperboy noticed another man following Gosch. A neighbor heard a door slam and saw a silver Ford Fairmont, which is that. Yeah, they were. Speed away northwards from where Johnny's wagon was found, because he took a wagon to Give me just a second, guy. But he took excuse me, I'm sorry. He always took his wagon to haul the papers in. John and Noreen Gosch, Johnny's parents, began receiving phone calls from customers along their son's route. Oh, he was taking on your brother's birthday? Wow. Receiving phone calls from customers along their son's route complaining of undelivered papers. John performed a cursory search of the neighborhood around 6 a.m. He immediately found Johnny's wagon, which, in all fairness, if you know your son's route, you're going to go the way your son's route is. Wagon full of newspapers 2 blocks from their home. The Gosches immediately contacted the West Des Moines, Iowa Police Department and reported Johnny's disappearance. Noreen, in her public statements and her book, Why Johnny Can't Come Home, has been critical of what she perceives as a slow reaction time from authorities, and the policy at the time that Gosch could not be classified as a missing person until 72 hours have passed. See, back then, you did have to wait 72 hours, and then they switched it to, I think it went to 48 hours. I think that if they're gone for my time would be, if they're gone over 5 hours, call the police and have them take care of it. That's just my opinion on that. Well, back then, people didn't have to worry about stuff like this. I mean, they did. It just wouldn't put out as much because there wasn't a lot of social media back then. And people trusted a lot back then. I mean, hell, I would leave and not come home till 5, 6 in the morning. By her estimation, the police did not arrive to take her full report for a full 45 minutes. Initially, the police came to believe that Gosch was a runaway, but later they changed their statement and suggested that Gosch was kidnapped, but they were unable to establish a viable motive. They turned up little evidence and arrested no suspects in connection with the case. A few months after his September 1982 disappearance, Noreen Gosch has said her son was spotted in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when a boy yelled to a woman for help before being dragged off by two men. Over the years, several private investigators have assisted the Gosches with the search for their son. Among them are Jim Rothstein, a retired New York City police detective, Ted Gunderson, a retired chief of the Los Angeles FBI branch, in 1984, Gosch's photograph appeared alongside that of Juanita Lee Estevez on milk cartons across America. They were the second and third abducted children to have their plights publicized in this way. The first was Eaton Pats. So let me try and read that again. Gosch's photograph appeared alongside that of Juanita Lee Estevez on milk cartons across America. They were the second and third abducted children to have their. Okay, it says they were first. Where did it say that at? I know it said it somewhere. Gosh's picture was among the first. I'm sorry. I read this wrong. Okay, so they were the second and third. I read that entirely wrong. What's that boy's name at? So this boy, wait a minute. This boy right here was the first. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Please forgive me on that. I did not mean to lie to y'all. I will change the title of this. I just misread that wrong. Potentially linked cases. On August 12th, 1984, Eugene Martin, another Des Moines area paperboy, disappeared under similar circumstances. He disappeared while delivering the newspaper on the south side of Des Moines. Mark James Warren Allen, then 13 years old, told his mother he was going to walk to a friend's house across the street on March 29, 1986, the day before Easter. I believe that's what they're talking about right here. This Eugene Martin. If that's what you're talking about, Mama P.I. Okay. The day before Easter. However, he never made it to the neighbor's house and hasn't been seen since. Allen was first believed to be the third Iowa paperboy to go missing in the 1980s based on earlier media reporting. Allen was not a paperboy in Des Moines, Iowa, according to a detailed piece about Iowa's missing people that appeared in the Des Moines Registry on October 18, 2013. But even now, 4 decades later, none of the 3 boys' cases have been solved. Authorities were unable to prove a connection between the 3 cases, yet Noreen Gosch says that she was personally informed of the abduction of Eugene Martin a few months in advance by a private investigator who was searching for her son. She was told the kidnapping would take place the second weekend in August 1984, and it would be a paperboy from the south side of Des Moines, Iowa. Fraud by wire case. In 1984, Noreen Gosch received a letter from Robert Herman Meyer II, 19 of Saginaw, Michigan. The letter had been signed Samuel Ford Dakota in the letter. Meyer stated that he was a guard in a motorcycle club when Gosch's son disappeared in September of '82. According to Meyer, Gosch's son was taken as a part of a large child slavery ring operated by the club, according to the FBI. Meyer requested from and received $11,000 from the Gosches. Meyer additionally requested $100,000 more, along with the promise to return their son. Meyer was arrested in Buffalo at the Canadian border by the FBI agents and was later charged with fraud by wire. Hello, Paper Cut Tina. What was that? The letter Meyer wrote had stated that Gosch's son was sold to a man whom Meyer identified as a high-level drug dealer residing in Mexico City. Despite the accusation of fraud, Noreen Gosch repeatedly believed Meyer at his word and later criticized the FBI, stating that the arrest warrant against Meyer destroyed her and her husband John's credibility with anyone who would take the couple's offer to pay ransom for their boy. According to Noreen Gosch, one morning in March of '97, she was awakened around 2:30 a.m. by a knock at her apartment door. Waiting outside was Johnny Gosch, now 27, accompanied by an unidentified man. Gosch said she immediately recognized her son, who opened his shirt to reveal a birthmark on his chest. We talked about an hour or an hour and a half. He was with another man, but I had no idea who the person was. Johnny would look over to the other person for approval to speak, says Gosch. He didn't say where he was living or where he was going. In a 2005 interview, Gosch said the night that he came here, he was wearing jeans and a shirt and a coat on because it was March. It was cold and his hair was long. It was a shoulder length and it was straight and dyed black. After the visit, she said she had the FBI create a picture she says Johnny looked like. Gosch self-published a book in 2000 titled Why Johnny Can't Come Home. The book represents her understanding of what her son went through based on the original research of various private investigators and her son's visits. Let's see here. On September 1st, 2006, John Gosch reported that she found photographs left at her front door, some of which she posted on her website. One color photo showed 3 boys bound and gagged. She says that a black and white photo appears to show a 12-year-old Johnny Gosch with his mouth gagged, his hands and feet tied, and an apparent human brand on his shoulder. Hello, Truth Seeker. A third photo shows a man possibly dead who may have something tied around his neck. Noreen Gosch stated that the man was one of the perpetrators who essayed her son. Gosch later said the first 2 photos had originated on a website featuring child pornography. On September 13th, an anonymous letter was mailed to Des Moines, Iowa police. Gentlemen, someone has played a reprehensible joke on a grieving mother. The photo in question is not one of her sons, but of 3 boys in Tampa, Florida, about 1979 to 1980, challenging each other to an escape contest. There was an investigation concerning that picture made by the Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's Office. No charges were filed and no wrongdoing was established. The lead detective on the case was named Zalva. This allegation should be easy enough to check out. Nelson Zalva, who worked for the Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's Office in the 70s, said that the details of the letter were true and adds that he also investigated the black and white in 1978 or 79 before Gosch's disappearance. I interviewed the kids and they have said there was no coercion or touching. I could never prove a crime, Zalva said. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When asked for proof that this was indeed the same photo from the investigation nearly 3 decades prior, Zalva could not provide any, according to the documentary film Who Took Johnny? Yeah, she did. I mean, according to the documentary film Who Took Johnny, only 3 boys in the pictures were identified by law enforcement, but not the one thought to be Johnny. Noreen Gosch still believes the picture to be of her son. In 1989, a 21-year-old Paul A. Bonacci told his attorney, John D. Camp, that he had been abducted into a sex ring with Gosch as a teenager and was forced to participate in Gosch's kidnapping. John D. Camp met with Bonacci and believed he was telling the truth. Noreen later met him and said he told her a thing he could know only from talking with her son. He said that Johnny had a birthmark on his chest, a scar on his tongue, and a burn scar on his lower leg. Although a description of the birthmark had widely been circulated, he described the stammer that Johnny had when he was upset. The FBI and local police do not believe that Bonacci is a credible witness in the case and have not interviewed him. I believe I will, Mama P.I., because, like I said, that situation with the dad, it's got me intrigued on it, so I might do that. The police say it wasn't him, and the FBI say it wasn't him. His siblings told police he was at home when Gosch was abducted. So this Bonacci fella, what was his name? Paul A. Bonacci. His siblings told police he was at home when Johnny was abducted. So his mom established the Johnny Gosch Foundation in '82, which she visited schools and spoke at seminars about the modus operandi of sexual predators. She lobbied for the Johnny Gosch bill, state legislation, which would mandate an immediate police response to reports. The bill became law in Iowa in 1984, and similar or identical laws were passed in Missouri and 7 other states. In 1984, Noreen Gosch testified at Senate hearings on organized crime, speaking about organized pedophilia and its presumed role in her son's abduction. She began receiving death threats. Gosch also testified before the U.S. Department of Justice, which provided $10 million to establish the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Gosch was invited to the White House, President Ronald Reagan, for the dedication ceremony. And in 2014, a documentary titled Who Took Johnny was released. The film includes interviews with Gosch's parents. Yes, 72 hours. That's too long to wait. Let me go ahead and pop this up. That was all of that. Yeah, that's too long to wait for a. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and put that back on. That's too long to wait for a child case to be thought of as a missing person. That should be automatic. I think it should be automatic, even though, okay, say the kid actually went over to a friend's house and forgot and fell asleep on the couch and forgot what time it was. If the parents call and say, hey, look, my child who is under the age of the legal age is missing, has been missing for a couple hours, automatic. They should automatically go and start searching for that house. Immediate response. Yes. Criminal immediate response. And maybe if it was immediate response, they wouldn't have had them milk cartons. Well, not anymore, but back then, that's what I'm saying. Back then, it should have been automatic. There should be no wait period for a child. But yeah, of course, right now it is. But actually, well, in some states it is. Actually, here they still have to wait 24 hours. Here in Bristol, here in Virginia, in my area, they wait 24 hours because back in, oh God, I can't remember. Back in the early 2000s, about 23 years ago, there was a girl. As a matter of fact, it's the street I lived on. I lived on it once before I even got married my first time. And there was a girl that ended up missing here. And they tried to blame her boyfriend. Well, her boyfriend, which was a piece of shit, put a dime on his brother and said his brother done it. Now his brother is doing a life sentence because they found her dead right up the road from where he lived, and she had been strangled. And they gave him a life sentence, but they had to, the police officer, because he only lived, let's see, 1, 2, I think 2 doors away from us, him and his brother. And when the police come talk to the parents of the girl, which they lived across the street from us, the sheriff said that they had to wait 24 hours. So they had to wait 24 hours, and then they put out the missing person. And then it was like 2 days later, they found her maybe the length of a house. No, I'll say about 700 yards or 800 yards from the house, buried under some leaves. Someone had strangled her, and they initially thought the boyfriend done it. But he dropped a dime and testified against his brother, and now his brother, which had a mental capacity, he was a slow learner. And once they took him into the jail, they do bad cop, good cop. And the bad cop said, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. And the good cop said, hey, if you confess to us, we'll let you go home. I don't know if that's the way it went, but that's the way they do. And he ended up getting life. He's been in there 20 some years now. So I think I don't think that's the way it should be, but it is. So I know the boyfriend done it. He admitted to it after. Well, he didn't admit it to the police. He admitted it to his friends. So, but everybody believes that he did it. Everybody, even his own mom, his own mother, believes he done it. But they say they got the right guy. It's just happened right down the road here, honey, where I told you we lived when James got married. Right down there. 3 years after Dad passed away. And on my community post, if y'all seen that, they had an escaped convict here in Elizabethton, which is in between me and Hippie Grandma. They captured him this morning, so he's back in jail. He is back in jail. They captured him this morning. He couldn't run far because he had the shackles on his feet and the hand shackles. And see, that's one thing I don't understand. If you got these feet shackles, one brother's completely free, yes. Because nobody wants to, they consider him, his friends do, not a badass, but a tough guy. So they're afraid of him. He intimidates them. So, I mean, and it's bad that he used his brother, which had a learning disability, and he knew this, and he still said, "Hey, my brother done it," and they put his brother in prison for life, and they've done appeals and all kinds of stuff, and they're still trying to work to get him out because there was no evidence except his brother's testimony. No evidence whatsoever that he was there, except they seen him follow her down the road like she was going to her house. And people have told when they got to his house, he went in his door. She kept going. Come on, what what is that? You got people saying that he goes into his house, yet his brother's going to testify, "Hey, my brother's the one that killed my girlfriend." And they believe it. For a long time, he was thought to be a CI, and they tried to keep him out. I'm not going to put that out because I know him. Oh, I do know him. They live 2 doors down from me, but it happened here in Bristol. Let me. The guy that's locked up is. I will tell you his name. The guy that's locked up is James Emery, Emery. Let's see. Let me see if I can find anything on it. Give me just a second, and I'll see if I can find it and pull up. When was this? Okay. Let me do this. I hate when this does this. I'll have to make a thing to the paper around here, but I can show you the images of the boy. Let me set this over here. All right, let's see here. Ghost Devil. What's up, brother? All right. This right here. See, this is what you do. This is what I looked up. James Emery sentencing hearing. This is the brother, or this is the one that's in prison now. Oh, they put him in as a sex offender also because she was supposedly raped. It's going to say last known address not reported because he's in prison. I don't know why it won't do that. Oh, he has to be a sex offender after he gets out of prison. That's it. That's why. He's not on the registry list yet because he's not in the, he's not got out. But this is the one that they put in prison. So let me show you the story here. I don't know if it'll let me bring it up or not, guys. You'll have to look it up, guys. His name is James Emery in Bristol, Virginia. I don't know if this is the, I don't think this is a girl. No, that's not the girl. Must be another. But you'll have to read it. It's right here. The first top four. First top four. I mean, I feel sorry for him because his mom passed away and his grandmother was helping raise him, and she can barely make it, and he's in prison without any help from anybody. Nobody. He gets no commissary. Well, he gets no money. He gets no money. He lives off of what he makes in prison, working in the prison. So but guys, I'm gonna jump off here because I got to shave. I got to work tomorrow. I got to shave the top of the head, the sides. I was going to do it last night, but I just took a shower and come in here and laid down. I didn't even shave. So Becca's going live tonight, 10:30. Y'all go over and check her out because if you're watching Turtle Island, switch back and forth between Becca and go over and show her some love. Because I know people like to watch Turtle Island. If you don't, that's fine. Stay over at Becca's. If you do, try and switch back and forth. But guys, thank you for coming in tonight. It means a lot when you come in. It means a lot when you help me watch these stories. And she's talking about Prince tonight. I forgot to tell you about that. Yeah. And you know, I thought, I didn't think, well, I'll let her tell her, but, and then I'll come in there and say my part. I hope somebody else. I didn't know. I thought a different thing about Prince. But I was wrong. I was wrong. So, and Becca can tell you. Oh, you're very much welcome. Prince was a genius. Turtle Island's one of Dolly Vision's, the game he plays. But Mama P.I., you're very welcome for the birthday wishes. I hope you had a great, great day. I hope you got all your birthday wishes. I hope you got your favorite birthday cake. And I hope you have a great rest of the night. And then we start all over in the morning to wait for your next birthday. And I hope you like that song. I just threw that out. I hope I didn't make you mad when I played that. But I thought, you know, she comes over and watches White Trash Family through the music. So I'm going to find her a song that says happy birthday, and I played it for you. So I hope you didn't get mad. I hope you liked it. And again, many happy birthday wishes for you today, and I hope you had a wonderful day. Ghost Devil, did you check Discord for that thing that I was talking to you about? If you get a chance, check that out for me. But everybody, thank you for coming in. If you'd like to help the channel out, you can do so on Cash App. It's not required. I'm not requiring it. It's just there if you'd like to help the channel out. Okay. On Facebook or Discord? But y'all have a good night. I love each and every one of you. Okay, I will. But don't forget to go over and check Becca out. If you haven't, please hit that like when you go out. At least get me to 2 more likes to make it an even 20. Hit the share. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have, thank you in advance. But I will see y'all Tuesday. I might even go live tomorrow. I might even go live tomorrow night. And I usually don't go live on Mondays. But I might just do it. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much for hitting that number 13 button for me. Give me just a second. Mama P.I., are you still here? Mama P.I., if you're still here, put a 1 chat for me, would you? Mama P.I. Okay. I was sent this and was asked to play it, so I'm going to play it, and this is for you. Okay? Give me just a second. This is for you, Mama P.I. Hold on just a second. I forgot to turn the volume up. You believe that? Ain't I ignorant? Here you go, Mama P.I. So that was for you, Mama P.I. And my brother from another mother made that. So there you go, Mama P.I. I hope you liked it. Okay. So he done that, and Mama P.I. got the original From now on, he said he'd do it with a video with your name in it if it has your birthday. So if you'd like to, she said, thank you, Ghost Devil. But if you'd like to, just tell me your birthday coming up, and that'll be played for you. How's that? Thank you, Ghost Devil, brother. You're awesome, man. I don't care what nobody says. But guys, y'all have fun. I'm getting ready to jump in the shower. Ghost Devil, don't forget to check Discord in the office, okay? I love each and every one of you. Thank you for y'all coming in. Thank you for everything that you do for me. I love each and every one of you. Now, over there, I'll say you're white trash. Over here, you're my free birds. I love each and every one of my family members over here. Every one of you. Okay? Every single one of you. I need one more. Can one more person hit that like for me? Okay. You just have to remind me when it gets close to the birthday. All right. Stay tuned. I'll send you something, bro. Okay. No, thank y'all for being here. Love each and every one of you. I got you, Ghost Devil. I didn't know who you're talking about, but I got you now, brother. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Remember, here we don't say bye. See ya. So y'all be good. Stay safe. I'll see you over on Angels. Remember, Prince. If you like Prince, come on over and check her out. So have a good night. Be good. Peace. Fly free, free birds.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it.